Christopher Reeve is back. Rear Window, ABC Sunday.
Up next, Delaware County residents join forces to keep a developer from building on farmland. And Brennan Odom is live in Washington on the eve of historic impeachment hearings, and that's next.
What's on your horizon?
A strong heart.
What's on my horizon? Ask again later.
My horizon? One guess. Absolutely nothing. Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey is now Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey.
My horizon? Just breathing.
A new name, a new outlook. Now, this is your horizon.
Co-eds on camera 24/7, really after midnight tonight.
Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program, with Gary Papa, Dave Roberts, and Jim Gardner.
Wednesday night, and the big story tonight, an Action News investigation. He was one of the most infamous killers of the century. His name, John Wayne Gacy. He was executed in May of 1994 for killing 33 men and boys in and around the city of Chicago. But now lawmen are wondering if he had more victims elsewhere, and could that have included Philadelphia? Let's go live to Action News reporter Michelle McCormack. Michelle, what's the story?
Well, Jim, some law enforcement officers in Chicago believe Gacy's travels for construction work are actually a murder trail, one that includes Philadelphia.
It's my personal feeling that during the course of his working and traveling in the United States that he obviously wouldn't stop killing just because he was in another state. So therefore, I believe that he has other victims spread around the U.S.
The call to explore a Gacy connection in cases outside Illinois is coming from the cop who cracked the case in 1978. What began as a missing persons investigation led to the entombed discoveries of 33 young men. Also found with Gacy's possessions is a map like this one with pushpins at various cities. Gacy's former attorney says, while it is mere speculation, it's a conclusion with merit.
I know that he was capable of killing 3 people in a day here in Chicago, which is, he was convicted of doing that. So when he was on the road, where he didn't have the same constraints, where people didn't know him by sight, where people didn't know him in the community, who knows? It could be any number.
Action News has learned that John Wayne Gacy was in Philadelphia the first week of September in 1977. Then in Wilkes-Barre the week of September 12th, 1977. He showed up several times in Newark, New Jersey, first on January 9th in 1977, then in April and May of 1978, then again September 20th of that same year.
We have to look, take all angles to look for a missing child.
Officer Virginia Hill finds the Gacy connection intriguing, although there's nothing to link the executed murderer to outstanding cases from Philadelphia. Still, she says any option is worth exploring, and she knows firsthand that missing persons cases can be solved decades later.
You never give up with a missing person. You always look, and you never know what leads you're going to find. So I would never give up a case, because the minute that you decide to give up, you get another lead.
Philadelphia police say they are not investigating any type of Gacy connection, and Gacy's travel logs from some 14 states remain locked in a Chicago area vault. He has never admitted to anything beyond the 33 slings for which he was executed. Reporting live on the Action Cam, I'm Michelle McCormack. Jim?
Thank you, Michelle. This was a day of soap opera testimony at the Tom Capano murder trial in Wilmington. First on the stand, Deborah McIntyre, Capano's longtime mistress before Amory Fahey. She testified that Capano asked her to buy a gun for him so that he could threaten a man who was extorting him. McIntyre then told the court that Capano had asked her to lie about the gun. Then McIntyre told a story that has the legal community shaking its head tonight. She testified that Capano arranged a 3-way sexual encounter for her back in the early 1990s with Capano and this man, who is now one of Delaware's top prosecutors. This man, Keith Brady, who is now Chief Deputy Attorney General. Brady testified today that he felt remorse about the encounter. Brady is not involved with trying the Capano case. Late in the day, the Delaware Attorney General's office released a statement that Brady will take time off to be with his family during this difficult time. Late tonight, McIntyre left the courthouse after saying that she had engaged in the 3-way encounter for fear that if she didn't, Capano would leave her. Capano left tonight, and as he did, he told us that McIntyre had broken his heart. Residents of a Delaware County township are in the midst of a fight with a housing developer, and the goal is to keep him out. Toll Brothers wants to build over 100 houses in Thornbury Township, but the brothers have their hands full. Action News reporter John Rollins is live in the township tonight where the residents spoke their mind. John?
That's right, Jim. In talking to community groups who have dealt with suburban developers in the past, the one thing you hear repeatedly is that you must be well organized. Well, the evidence is here tonight the citizens of Thornbury Township are very well organized. In this corner, several hundred residents, many clearly skeptical of what is being proposed for their neighborhood. In this corner, a planner for Toll Brothers. Based in Montgomery County, it is one of the biggest residential developers in the country. Toll wants to turn this 126 acres, known as the Patterson Tract, into a housing development. Current law would allow almost 63 houses on 2-acre lots, but Toll is seeking a special waiver to build a cluster development of 124 homes on much smaller lots that would allow for dozens of acres of open space. But residents claim Toll's proposal would ride roughshod over land that contains steep slopes, wetlands, and a floodplain.
The land is very sensitive, and all I've read about Toll Brothers and all I see in this report shows me that they don't do well with land that is hard to work with.
The plan as proposed is on a site that has a lot of environmentally sensitive areas, and it just packs too many units on them.
An attorney for Toll Brothers said it would have no comment. Some opponents have organized and have hired their own attorney. Toll faced a barrage of detailed questions down to would a particular oak tree, estimated to be 200 years old, be sacrificed for an entranceway to the development. The planner said he did not know, but would have an answer by the next meeting that is scheduled for January. This is, in a sense, just the beginning. More meetings are scheduled, as we said, in January, and certainly go beyond that before any final decision is made on the Patterson Tract. I'm John Rollins, live on the Action Cam in Delaware County. Jim?
Thank you, John. Action News was at the Pembroke Middle School tonight in North Wales, where citizens were having their say about the idea of easing traffic congestion along 9 miles of Route 202. The section of 202 in question is north of the Johnson Highway in Norristown to the Route 309 interchange in Montgomery Township. PennDOT is looking at 3 options here: widen all 9 miles to 5 lanes, widen part of it, or do nothing at all. Both residents and merchants tonight asked PennDOT to consider issues like safety if a wider highway brought more traffic to the area. No word yet when PennDOT will make a decision. It is official tonight. The decision has been made. There will be a special services district along City Line Avenue from the Schuylkill Expressway to just above 63rd Street. The Lower Merion Township Commission voted unanimously tonight to approve the district. The district has already been approved by Philadelphia. City Avenue divides Lower Merion and Philadelphia, so this will be the first special services district in the area that encompasses 2 different municipalities. Businesses will pay an extra 6% in property taxes to finance increased police protection, maintenance, and other improvements by January 1st. A former campaign treasurer for Philadelphia City Controller Jonathan Seidel has been indicted on charges of theft, perjury, and conspiracy. Deanna Rocha surrendered to authorities today after State Attorney General Mike Fisher publicly alleged that Rocha conspired with Seidel to take money from his campaign for her personal use. Allegations say Rocha took $36,000 to buy a new house and that $5,000 was funneled back to Seidel to help him pay his taxes. No charges were filed against Seidel today, but according to Fisher, the investigation continues. With President Clinton flying to Asia tonight, it is the eve of his impeachment hearings tomorrow on Capitol Hill. Action News reporter Brennan Odom is live in Washington with a preview of tomorrow's historic session. Brennan?
Jim, independent prosecutor Ken Starr has been rehearsing his testimony for weeks now in anticipation of what many believe will be a partisan free-for-all tomorrow. He'll be trying, as one wag told me today, to connect the dots between Whitewater and Monica Lewinsky. Here's the gist of what Starr is expected to say in his opening 2-hour statement. In remarks prepared for tomorrow's hearings, Starr will testify that the president, quote, misused his authority and power and made a series of, quote, premeditated false statements under oath. Starr's staff has held mock hearings, firing the kind of hostile questions at Starr that they know will come tomorrow from the committee's Democrats. The partisan sniping raged on today as Clinton backers complained that Republicans are trying to muzzle them. Judiciary Chairman Henry Hyde's limiting the time the president's lawyers can grill Starr and barring White House questions about Starr's alleged misconduct.
I think it's important for him to tell us his story firsthand.
It's very unfair for the committee to say that they can go and talk about any subject they want, go off on a fishing expedition, while they tell the White House counsel that there's areas that we're not allowed to raise.
Also tomorrow, Chairman Hyde says he'll seek subpoenas against two persons, Bruce Lindsay, the president's most trusted advisor, and the president's lawyer during the just-settled Paula Jones case, Robert Bennett. I'm Vernon Odom, Channel 6 Action News, reporting live from Washington. Jim?
Thanks, Vernon. We'll hear from you tomorrow. The changing of the guard among top House Republicans took its first steps today. As expected, Louisiana's Bob Livingston won unanimous backing to succeed Newt Gingrich as House Speaker. Dick Armey of Texas won re-election as Majority Leader. And J.C. Watts, the only black Republican congressman, was elected chairman of the House Republican Conference. Still to come on Action News tonight, a batch of bad moonshine has deadly consequences in New Jersey. And ordinary citizens explain why they have gone into training to learn to fight terrorists.
A day of sunshine. Do we get more of the same come tomorrow? We've got the call from AccuWeather.
And hear the mummers play for the Pope. That and more when Action News continues tonight.
It can be a weapon as lethal as any gun, especially in the hands of a child. Fire. More and more kids are unleashing its destructive power.
It's just the way that it burned. I don't really know what or how it did it, but it just made me feel kind of relieved.
How serious is the problem? Over half the people arrested for arson are under 18. Action News reporter Matt O'Donnell reveals what turns kids into young fire starters. Thursday on Action News at 11.
Check out the new Intel Celeron processor-based PCs today at Circuit City. Whether you're choosing your first computer or an extra PC, the new Intel Celeron processor is perfect for today's applications. The Intel Celeron processor gives you pure Intel technology at an exceptional value. Right now, this Hewlett-Packard system with Intel Celeron processor, monitor, and color printer is just $1179.99 after rebate. Right now at Circuit City.
Every part of my body gives me pleasure.
You are invited to take a walk on the wild side of faith. The season's most original new comedy.
You will not be sorry, trust me.
Celebrity. Rated R. Starts Friday, November 20th.
Jeep Cherokee can climb a 30% grade. Laugh at an 80% chance of snow. Give you 100% freedom. And do it all for 10% less than the competition. Lease a new '99 Cherokee Sport for $239 a month and get all this at no extra charge. See your Key States Jeep dealer.
To remember the Bradley's one-day sale is this Friday, clip this reminder. Then save 25% off all toys, 70% off all Red Dot clearance apparel. Save on just about everything for you and your home. The Bradley's one-day sale this Friday, or shop early Thursday for savings on the good stuff.
Police in Trenton are trying to track down the source of a deadly batch of moonshine. The amber liquid came in a half-gallon bottle from this Livingston wine cellar. Authorities say 33-year-old Anthony Carter brought the bottle to a rooming house on East State Street in Trenton. Teresa Fork drank the mixture and then died. Two others were sickened and remain on life support tonight. Officials want to find Carter so they can track down the source of the liquid. The United States military paying particular attention these days to the threat of terrorism. And tonight in an Action News special report, Dan Quayer finds out how soldiers are preparing for when terror strikes.
Training in conventional warfare has always been a staple of the Air Mobility Warfare Center at Fort Dix. These maneuvers last week were no exception. While the military brass will tell you that American troops should always be prepared for the possibility of conventional warfare, it is the threat of a terrorist attack that is getting particular emphasis right now.
Currently, the military is on threat count alpha, so we've got a heightened awareness within our organizations to make sure that we take a look at those areas where there might be a potential person or package or something that's out of the ordinary.
As part of their training, members of the Air Mobility Warfare Center have been traveling to ITI, International Training Incorporated, a company in rural Virginia specializing in counterterrorism techniques.
We're attackers now. What will we be doing there weeks or maybe months prior to the attack? Surveillance, yeah, right.
At ITI, instructors dissect real-life acts of terrorism from an attacker's point of view to better understand how they may have been avoided.
Is it hard to understand where the killing is going to take place here? I mean, they've got him stopped here every day.
And they look at events that may have tipped off the victim that an attack was imminent.
When attacks occur on facilities, you know, there was surveillance there. There was planning that went on there prior to the incident.
With a 13-acre firearms facility, trainees also practice scenarios such as a hostage rescue mission. Here, this commando unit must go into this house and kill the would-be terrorists without injuring the hostages. And they must do it all in less than 5 seconds. And in the event there is no other weapon available, they must also learn to use a potential enemy's weapon. This airman is learning to fire an Iraqi-made rocket-propelled grenade, the RPG-7. But it's not just the military placing such an emphasis on terrorism. A growing number of corporate executives and others are learning the risk around the world make this training vital. This man, who serves as a bodyguard for a corporate executive in a high-risk job in New Jersey, was among them. For security, his boss asked that we not identify him.
They were very useful for what my job entails. I learned all defensive driving techniques in relation to anything from carjackings to terrorist attacks. I do recommend the training to anyone. You don't have to be in the corporate world and protecting any executive.
Basically, anyone traveling overseas in high-threat environments should go through this type of training. Without this type of training, at the moment of the incident, you really haven't got a prayer.
And yet, Smith says, even with all of this training, you may not avoid an attack. In the last 10 years, 47 students who went through this program have been attacked, but only one was wounded. The hope is that one will never have to use the survival skills taught here. But in the insane world of terrorism, this training for some is vital and could mean the difference between life and death. I'm Dan Cuellar, Channel 6 Action News.
And still to come on Action News tonight, how mothers who smoke may be giving their infants a taste for tobacco. When Action News continues tonight.
Where can DVD possibly go from here? Just about anywhere. Panasonic introduces the Palm Theater Portable DVD Player, the first portable DVD theater in the world. DVD, made possible by Panasonic, just slightly ahead of our time.
Hello, I'm Rick Williams.
And I'm Monica Melpass. Tomorrow morning on Action News, personal digital organizers decide what's right for you.
Plus, we're doing your job at the diner. Join us for Anchors Away.
And I'm Cicely Tynan. I'll have AccuWeather and traffic tomorrow morning at 5:30.
Here at Boyd's, day in, day out, we provide one of the country's largest selections of exclusive designer clothing, plus complimentary services like fashion coordinators, valet parking, and custom alterations. As much as we'd like to, we can't offer more. So in honor of the holidays, we're offering less. 25% off an enormous selection of designer suits and sport coats. Happy holidays from Boyd's.
Welcome to New Jersey's public schools, where students learn the basics and more.
Welcome to New Jersey's public schools, where students learn the value of hard work and personal responsibility.
Welcome to New Jersey's public schools, where 8 in 10 of our graduates plan to continue their education after high school.
Welcome to New Jersey's public schools, where the number of students achieving high scores on the SAT exam is the best ever.
New Jersey's public schools, working, improving, achieving.
Tonight on Health Check at 11, news about smoking and breastfeeding. Researchers at the Monell Chemical Senses Center in Philadelphia say the odor and flavor of breast milk changes after a woman smokes. Previous studies have shown breast milk can carry nicotine, while the latest study, which appears in the New England Journal of Medicine, says breastfed babies of smokers may learn to like the taste of tobacco and may be more likely to smoke when they grow up. A survey of American doctors says patient care is suffering because of managed care. A majority of the nearly 800 doctors questioned said they felt pressure to see more patients and to limit referrals to specialists. But a representative for the health insurance industry says the survey is flawed and that doctors spend more time with patients now than they did 10 years ago. John Chaney and his Temple Owls back on the court tonight to see if they're really as good as everybody thinks they are.
They're very good right now. Home opener for the 7th-ranked Owls, the Temple University Owls, hosting the Rebels of Mississippi in the Apollo. That is the place to be tonight. Temple did have a 16-point lead, so they're cheering. But it's cut to 5, so this is the game. Pepe Sanchez right here, number 4, drives off glass, he goes. Then the freshman, you got to love this guy, Kevin Lyde. Wow. Finally, Rashid Brokenborough. Number 21 had 21 points, in fact. Temple wins at 68-52. Next up, Friday night, hosting number 5, Michigan State. Delaware hosting Delaware State tonight. The Blue Hens, hello there, go inside to their center, number 10, John Bennett, senior for 2. Hens over the Hornets, 87-74, Delaware over Delaware State. Scoreboard, Lafayette defeated Princeton tonight, and Drexel lost at Seton Hall 83-70. That is college basketball. Eagles and fullback Kevin Turner no longer avoiding the obvious. The fact is that Ray Rose, he says, will not be head coach next year because he says right now we got to play hard now so to impress our new guy next year. Listen to his language today from Kevin Turner.
When a new coach comes in, he's going to be looking at the old films and films of last year, and he'll know who gave up and who played hard throughout the season, and I mean, we're playing for our jobs.
Everybody wants to know about my future, but you know, right now, when the season's over with, then you know, my future will be determined. Okay, so let's wait until that time happens. So right now, hey, I'm not worried about the future right now. I'm just worried about this week.
And so it goes. They're preparing for the Giants, but at least the Giants know when their quarterback is a disaster. Danny Cannell benched today in favor of Kent Graham. Unlike the Eagles, they know when it's not working out there.
You have to make a decision as a coach. You leave him in there, and how much more confidence can he lose? How much more shattered can he get with the way things are going?
Kent Graham versus Bobby Hoying on Sunday. Battle of those Buckeye Ohio State quarterbacks. Baseball news, American League MVP goes to Juan Gonzalez of Texas, but tomorrow, National League MVP to be announced. Will it be Mark McGwire or will it be Sammy Sosa? Pete Rose tonight thinking about suing baseball because they have yet to rule on his request for reinstatement. He's been banned since 1998. He says, let's make a decision. So I might sue you guys. And, of course, we have our fan phone where you can phone in your comments, your opinions. You can call us at 215-581-4421. We'll broadcast several of your calls. Phone lines are open. Please call. Operators standing by. Let us know what you think about any sports topic out there. 581-4421. Call and say hello, and we'll see what you say.
All right, Gary.
Okay, Jim.
Some Philadelphia mummers are very proud of a performance they gave today for the Pope. The Polish-American string band performed for Pope John Paul II at the Vatican. The performance was part of the Polish-born Pope's 20th anniversary celebration. Band members say it was a great honor and a very rewarding experience playing for Pope John Paul II.
What do you want to do?
Let's get the mail.
Bonus, wrong address.
Cool. Better put it back.
The Honda Civic. Where will it take you?
Why do more people choose Comcast than any other wireless network? It could be because we have the only digital network that covers the whole region. Or maybe it's because you can call nationwide for one single rate. Whatever the reason, Comcast customers agree on one thing. You can't beat the coverage. Now Comcast delivers nationwide calling for 10 cents a minute.
Commerce Bank's #1 asset is the convenience.
Well, I never understood why all banks close at 3 o'clock.
Banker's hours are 9 to 3 when it's administratively convenient for the bank.
I need a bank that is going to be compatible with the hours that I work.
Commerce Bank is open from 7:30 to 8. That's super for me.
The big banks are set up for the benefit of the banks. Commerce Bank is set up for the benefit of the customers.
Wild hours, great hours for me.
I can get there late or I can go there quite early in the morning.
7 days a week. What more could I ask?
Next time you need to look good for a meeting, remember, we'll press any suit you bought from the Men's Warehouse for free.
which sure beats trying to do it yourself.
The Men's Warehouse.
You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Awarded the government's highest safety rating, 5 stars. With 40 standard safety features designed to keep you and your family safe. Now with dual remote power sliding doors for added convenience. The 1999 Ford Windstar. Need another reason? Get into a Windstar today for just $289 a month. That's just $289 a month. Ford Windstar, built to last. A great reason to see your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
Girls High School in Philadelphia was celebrating its rich heritage tonight. Students staged a special play tonight. The production celebrated the school's 150th anniversary. Students wore costumes to reflect different time periods since the school was founded. Students saluting the past, the present, and the future of Girls High School in Philadelphia. Dave Roberts on that AccuWeather forecast. David?
What a day of sunshine today. Beautiful throughout the entire tri-state area. I'd like to get another day out of this system, and that's what we're hoping for tonight. High-pressure system slowly on the move. Going to be up around Cape Cod come tomorrow. There is a chill in the air tonight. We're watching this frontal system here. It approaches tomorrow, brings some clouds with it. We look for sunshine to start, then increasing clouds in the afternoon. We'll deal with that. Then this frontal system coming out of the storm center up here toward the central Great Lakes, possibly going to bring us a few showers. And Friday, it's all spelled out for you on the AccuWeather 5-day forecast. Yes, they got some snow up to the north, into the Dakotas in Minnesota. Let's go to Satellite 6, and Satellite 6 will show you how we stay in the clear just about all day long. A few light puffy clouds, but a very nice scene. Satellite 6. Let's go to Action Radar. Action Radar shows you how clear we are. And again, that heavy snow throughout North Dakota on into Minnesota, 6 to 12 inches. Blizzard-like conditions up there, a long way from us. And let's keep it that way. All right, get the frontal systems through, and we're going to get another day. Well, maybe one more. That's the call from AccuWeather. One more. That's our hope. 30 degrees up there in the Poconos, 32 in Allentown, pair of threes in Reading, 35 in Lancaster, 40 in Wilmington, down to Dover, 37, 39 degrees in Cape May, Atlantic City, 38 degrees, 38 in Trenton, our low, 39 degrees, our high, 51 degrees. In the Northeast, chilly, 37, 40 outside the station, 42 for Center City, 40 at the airport, 41 in Camden. Let's take a look tonight as we go live on Skies 6, the city. All right, show you the numbers. Present temperature reading 40 degrees, humidity up there to 90%. The barometer on the high side, 30.38. It is steady. Winds out of the southeast 5 miles an hour. The ocean water temperature is 53 degrees. Call from AccuWeather tonight. Some clouds, yes, chilly. Overnight low 35 to 36 degrees, or maybe a degree in between. Here it is now, the exclusive AccuWeather 5-day forecast. Partly sunny for rush hour in the morning. Nice start. A chilly 36 degrees. We start with sunshine, and then increasing clouds, 58 degrees. Friday, we're looking for a few showers, probably in the morning. 58 degrees, breezy and cooler air coming in. On Saturday, 52 degrees, 56 degrees, mostly sunny on Sunday, and then warmer on Monday, up to 64 degrees. So we'll have a chilly start in the morning. We'll have some clouds in the afternoon, Jim, after sunshine.
All right, David, thank you.
Okay.
Still to come on Action News tonight, a quiz bowl for students when we continue in just a moment.
You may have seen this from 10-10-321, but you might have missed this. And these days, a lot of the other 10-10 companies are talking flat rates. But talk isn't cheap when you look at their fine print. Forget it. Too many restrictions. Too many disclaimers. Let's cut the bull. Dial 10-10-457. 10 cents a minute. State to state, long distance, all the time. No fees, no minimum. So when you see a 10-10 number now, look for the fine print, then look for 10-10-457. 10-10-457. Good call.
There's an America that you've probably never seen. It's a place where the fish outnumber the people, where some of the best sightseeing is on the water. And we go to school just like where you live. We just don't get as many snow days.
What you building?
Putting in a deck.
Nice. How you getting all that stuff home?
This is my 4th trip.
Hello? Get yourself a truck. Your Toyota dealer can put you into a 99 Tacoma 4x4 at a low $189 a month lease. $189 a month. It's that easy.
Great. So what are you building?
I'm thinking about making myself a stand.
What a beautiful frame, Scott.
Actually, it's a picture of me.
Thank you so much. I needed a frame like this.
It's a picture of me.
Now, exactly what are you going to put in there?
But it's a picture of me.
These are the elegant gifts for the home that you love to give and to get. You'll find them all at great low prices this holiday season at Target.
But it's a picture of me.
Students in the Police Athletic League were put to the test tonight. More than 100 students, grades 6 through 8, competed in the PAL Challenge Finals at Temple University. Rick Williams served as the MC tonight. There he is. Students answered questions in a variety of categories, including women's history and math. The idea of the challenge to educate children in a fun and safe environment. The bankers at PNC tabulate the cost of the 12 days of Christmas every year. And if all those gifts were purchased here in our area and you follow the song's instructions carefully to buy things repeatedly, for instance, a partridge in a pear tree every day, you would spend $58,000, the cost of a loaded Porsche Boxster. Current price of a partridge, $15. The pear tree runs $89.99. Turtle doves run $50 a pair. But if you can get 3 French hens for $15. 4 canaries that can be used as calling birds cost $280. 5 gold rings can be purchased for $250. 6 geese a laying will run you $150, while 7 swans a swimming run $3,500. 8 maids a milking cost $41.20 for 1 hour's work. 9 ladies dancing make more than $3,900 for the performance. 10 lords a leaping, a little less, about $3,400. 11 pipers piping make almost $1,200. Did you know that, David? No, did not know that. 12 drummers drumming command almost $1,300. The whole thing will cost you about $58,000.
Wow.
Nightline next on Channel 6. Action News continues at 5:30 with Monica Malpass, Rick Williams, and Cecily Timon. Now for Gary Papa, Dave Roberts, the entire Action News team, I'm Jim Gardner. Have a good night tonight.